Happy New Year, everybody. As you can tell, we're having a lot of fun this year so far. I think it's been about, a year since we did, this consistently? Something like that?
Consistently of our streak of 2.
What was the deal? Time flies when you're having fun, or what?
So much fun.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. So anyways, we posted a few questions, I think, recently in social media about what people maybe have questions or concerns about remodeling.
Right.
The 3 that kind of came up, common themes, were budget, scheduling, and the mess of remodeling. We'll just talk about that a little bit, about what Compass tries to do to alleviate some of those concerns for customers.
Right. So I think a good place to start would be talking about budget and how that can set the tone for the rest of those issues that people had brought up too.
Yeah, no, that's a great. What I think we do that's different than what maybe a lot of other people do in our area is we have a process, and within that process we do project development, and that's where we take the time to really figure out and plan the project before we start doing anything. This does a lot of things, but it definitely addresses the budget issue, because before we begin the project, we have a really good idea of what this project's going to cost. We've planned for what's all going to go into it. We've picked out everything, and then we go ahead and try to order everything, which leads right into the scheduling issue, because the more stuff we can have ordered and ready to go before we begin, especially in this environment right now with scheduling delays and ordering issues, it's just fantastic. And then the next part of that with the schedule is the more stuff we have planned and figured out, and the more details we have smoothed over in the planning phase, that makes the project just go so much faster and easier. We're not having to make major decisions in the middle of the project.
Which then changes in the project just really equal delays, and then things that affect the budget too. So if you don't have all those things set up beforehand, then your project's more at risk for varying in those 2 categories.
Yeah, and then ultimately then that will help with the mess, because the time that we're in your house is less, so you're going to deal with having Mr. Contractor show up at your house at 7:30 in the morning for a shorter amount of time, which I think makes everyone happier. As much as I love to see you every morning at 7:30, I think you have maybe a more typical morning routine that doesn't involve me showing up at your house. So
I hope not. I haven't noticed anything so far, but
so anyways, I think those are some great points and topics of concern, and I feel that we through our project development process address those issues and do a good job of solving them. It's a lot nicer to plan something out on paper and to make a major change, on a drawing than it is when you're in the middle of a project, right? I mean, that saves a lot of money right there.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing that I wanted to add was, schedule-wise, planning the project takes a long time too, depending on the extent of your project. You should consider having that much time to plan with a professional, or doing it on your own, however you're doing it. Take a few months to really plan everything out. That way you're thinking about all the different categories and you're not missing any key design areas that you're going to regret later on or during the midst of your project. Because those avenues weren't maybe thought about beforehand, maybe as much as they should have been.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Talking about the schedule, like she said, the planning portion takes just as long, if not longer, a lot of the time, longer most of the time, than actually doing the project, which is, again, I think is a good benefit, because you want to spend that time up front while your house isn't torn apart to get all this stuff figured out.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great tip for our Tipsy Tuesday. So I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week this week. Reach out to us if you have any questions about our process or what we do. If you have any other questions or concerns about remodeling projects, we're here to help.
Thanks so much, guys. See ya.
Bye.